the end of the power, so we're just freewheeling. Are we going to go all the way? Oh, not quite. Oh yes, terribly to the left. Hi guys, rubber band power time again. Had a comment from Doc Inc. on one of my old gravity powered cars. Wanted to know if we could replace the lead weight with a rubber band. And the answer is yes. The only problem is it was one of my old videos and the cars don't exist anymore. So I'm going to put one together, make it into a gravity powered car first, and then convert it to rubber band power. So I've got a standard chassis here that I've used on quite a few of my previous episodes. It's actually plastic or Correx. It's like cardboard, but it happens to be plastic. You'll probably recognise these wheels. I've used them on quite a few of my videos. Bamboo cane or barbecue skewer for the axles front and back. And then we need to do a bit of modification. We need a tower in the middle for the pulley to go on. This one happens to be made from some Meccano that I've got. Nice little pulley there. So what I'll do is I'll get 4 bamboo skewers or barbecue skewers. I'll hot glue them on the bottom of this pulley arrangement, spread them out and put a hole in each corner here, so that will be our tower to support the pulley weight. Then we'll attach a bit of string to the back axle, use one of these weights. I think one will be enough. If it isn't, we'll use 2, and we'll get that to run down the kitchen. And then all I'll do is take the weights off. We'll have a little hole in the middle there with a rubber band coming up through, and attach the same bit of string to the rubber band and get that to drive the car along. Got some kite string here that I'm going to use to connect the weight to the over the pulley down to the hook. So just tie a normal loop in it. That's our weight. Feels a bit light, but we'll see how we get on. And the distance we want is so it's going to fall off the hook just when it hits there, because that's when it loses its force. There'll be a tiny little bit when it tips over, but thereabouts. That's what we want. We want it to come off the hook when the weight touches there. Well, the short answer is 3 ounces isn't quite enough to get it going. I have to give it a bit of a push. And even then it's not moving very well. So we'll double it to 6 ounces and see if that works. Now we're running with 6 ounces of weight. You see I've put them as high as I dare on that pulley so we get the maximum distance. I've also had to pad out the back axle a bit to give us a bit more leverage because it was struggling to move. So let's see how we do with this. Well, we go in. That's the end of the power. So now we're freewheeling. Yeah, okay, we went a bit to the right, but I think we'd have stopped fairly soon then anyway. So now we'll replace the lead weights with a rubber band just here, facing vertically. Attach it to the string and tension that. So I've pushed a hole through there, so rubber band can go through the hole. A bit of luck. Yeah. I'll put that on the bottom just to stop it pulling through. And then same bit of string, if I can untie it. Should be able to. So put that through there. Over the pulley. Onto the back axle. And wind it up. Okay, we'll give that a go. Here we go, rubber band, stretch from there up to the top of the pulley. In fact, we could stretch it all the way down that side as well, but we'll stop at that point. Round the back axle. That's the end of the power. So we're just freewheeling. Are we going to go all the way? Oh, not quite. So we did about the same distance, although, as I say, I could have stretched that rubber band all the way round and back down this side as well. So I might do that. Return run. This time I've actually wound the rubber band all the way down the other side, so we're right down to here. And if you noticed on the beginning of the previous run, we had a bit of wheel spin. So instead of using the padded side of the axle, I'm just using the plain side. So we'll have less leverage. So we shouldn't get wheel spin this time, I hope. I'll just get my hand back up here. Okay. We're also going a little bit to the left, so I'm going to point it to the right a bit. I think that's because we're actually tensioned on one side of the axle. We're probably twisting the axle a bit. So, return journey. Oh yes, terribly to the left, which I think, as I say, is because we're twisting the axle, or bending the axle by tensioning it all over on one side. Still, that works. Yeah, that works. As simple as that. So a single rubber band has given us much more power than those 6 ounces of lead weight. I hope that answers Doc Ink's question or comment. So rubber band, single rubber band, we're going pretty fast and we're using the setup from the gravity powered car. Just a final little point, on the last run there towards the camera, I wound the string round this side of the axle to try and stop it twisting and going to the left. It still went a little bit to the left, but it went much straighter, so like I said before, with that wound round that side, it was bending the axle enough to make the car go significantly to the left. So I just thought I'd mention that. These thin axles do bend quite a bit. You'd be better off with a more substantial axle if you're using a fair bit of power, because they bend.